So I've watched Wolf Children or Okami Kodomo no Ame no Yuki, a film that is believed to be one of the greatest films that Mamoru Hosoda has ever made. This film was theatrically released in July 2012, a perfect movie at the summer break for everyone. And boy, was it really that great? Yes, absolutely. And here's why I genuinely really love it. Wolf Children is a story of a young girl named Hana who falls in love with a werewolf, and they are blessed with two children whom also inherit the werewolf blood from the father. Their father, or the wolfman, is described as the very last descendant of the Japan's wolf tribe. Then later, at some point of their life, the father died before their children is fully raised. This tragic event is one that started the whole film. Hana is now troubled and challenged as the mother of two half-werewolf kids to give them the proper love and life experience that they both deserve. There's a ton of stuff I really wanted to say about this film, but let's just keep things simple, shall we? So let's start with the concept first. If we are talking about werewolf, we simply reminded that they are one of those Western Gothic horror, and we might probably reminded by some of its film adaptation. Yikes. But not with this one. This film didn't dive into any of those dark ideas. Instead, they simply made it really grounded. Heck, they didn't even waste their time to explain the backstory of this werewolf. Instead, they straight away tells us what will they do as what they are for today. I say it again, it is a very grounded film. It isn't your typical sci-fi scenario like a secret organization from the government comes to them and say, "These children of yours shall be experimented and you are prohibited to see them again, so bye bye." Well, no, this film didn't go for any of that. It drives the story more into the real environment and revolves only around the protagonist's life. This is why the story felt really relatable, because the film is being sincere with itself. The whole story of this film is always about the mother, Hana, on how she raised such extraordinary children she is given. I genuinely really like Hana. She's one of the best main female lead I've ever seen in anime film so far. She always keeps being optimistic on every problem she had, no matter how hard it is, and at the same time, she always curious on how to find the best way to settle things down so she won't encounter it in the next future. And what I really like the most about Hana, she always appeared humble and doesn't wait for others to help herself before she do. This simplicity of her life is truly that allows her story to be that engaging and full of dramas. And what I really think is the heart of the story is that Hana really do think her children's uniqueness are not as a disease but rather as a blessing. The film itself really managed to humanize the whole conflict and the whole narrative, brilliantly turning one of the most horror story figures into something that is vulnerable and really relatable. It keeps everything simple and down to earth, and if you think about it, it really is just a human story.
Or write it off as a fairy tale. It couldn't possibly be true.
Now let's talk about the production quality. The voice acting was truly amazing, especially Hana as the mother. She really does sound like a young mother who is in trouble with her children. Then the animation itself, it is very good. I have nothing to say but just simple and gorgeous. The concept design is again pretty simple, but because everything is detailed and beautifully colored, it doesn't make it bland but really great. Though it seems like a flat color style, but later on you'll find it really amusing. Then the music, composed once again by Takagi Masakatsu, is straight phenomenal. Watching this film is just a full ride of emotion, but with this music, damn, it really made the story narrative feel comes even more perfect. Especially the ending song titled Okasa no Uta or Mother's Lullaby. It was really emotional, just like the name itself. It felt like a mother is singing for their children. God damn, it's beautiful. The sound effect and the sound mixing is also great. It helped pretty much on every scene that is given by the film a more rich and realistic feel. How the film is directed is quite unique, I tell you. The film has two arcs of story. The first and the second act was mainly driven by the mother, as she is struggling to find the best way to support her children in the whole new environment. Then in the third and fourth act, the children has grown up, from a toddler into a kids, and they both are now the main lead of the story, while the mother is slowly backing off but still maintaining her role into the story. However, this type of storytelling is very risky because if it didn't get properly directed and proper screenplay, it will feel like a film masked out by several stories, and it eventually made the film like a mess. But fortunately, this film has done it very well. The film is really just one simple story, but how it makes itself that powerful is so genius.
Ame, what happened?
What a baby! The animals pick on him because he's such a fraidy cat all the time.
They're just scratches. You'll be fine.
Ame's gotta learn to be tough.
Then how about something that I don't like about this film, so we can be fair about it? No, you heard me. No, I say no, there isn't something really bad worth of telling because how amazing the story is constructed, so carry on. So in conclusion, as simple as the film is, it actually has depth and several layers of story. It can be a story about parenting, drama, self-discovery, or the obvious one, a story about love. That's why it has one of the best narration ever told. No man has ever walked out from this film without wiping their tears first. It is very powerful and probably the best film that Mamoru Hosoda has ever made. Well, at least to me it is. And I think that Mamoru Hosoda as the director himself made this film personal based on his own life experience. That's why it felt very real despite its being a fictional story. And I genuinely really like that this film doesn't force the idea for any son or daughter out there to straight away love your mama or your papa because they are your parent. Instead, the film kinda explored the reason why. The film perfectly tried to show us that it just wants to make both sides as equal as it is and try for both of them to understand each other for what they have sacrificed and worked for. And I genuinely really like one of the many messages in this film, which is whatever things that appear imperfect upon you, it does not mean you must see it as it should be perfect, but you must see it as what it is and give the best you can to live your life with it. As my own enjoyment, I was really impressed by it, and I genuinely really love Wolf Children. So without further ado, let's rank up this baby. Wolf Children or O Kami Kodomo no Ame to Yuki simply gets a 100%, a truly masterpiece. So yeah, I think I love it. I really love every second of Mamoru Hosoda. I truly had one of the best film experience, anime film experience with this Wolf Children. I truly love it, and I think you guys should watch it. I don't say you are obligated to watch it. I highly recommend this film, and I think it needs more recognition. And I think that's all. I'm Serizawa from the NightOWL Review, signing out and wanted to say terima kasih telah menonton. Semoga kalian menikmatinya dan sampai jumpa lagi. Please consider to subscribe and like that button. See ya, baby.